Stories: President Buhari transmits harmonized teachers' bill to the Senate for consideration. Nigeria to receive second consignment of COVID-19 vaccine from next month. And on sport updates, correspondent examines the highlights of the just concluded English Premier League. Hello and thanks for joining us in Channel 12 News. My name is Nta Abeokuta. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has formally reacted to criticism in some quarters on President Buhari's warning to those attacking security agents and burning critical nation's assets, describing them as baseless and mischievous. The minister stated this while addressing journalists after the meeting of the Federal Executive Council. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has transmitted the harmonized retirement age for Teachers Bill 2021 to the Senate for consideration. The executive bill seeks to increase the retirement age of teachers from 60 to 65 years and the years of service from 35 to 40. It explained that the move to increase the retirement age and service years was pursuant to Section 58, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Meanwhile, the Senate has passed the bill seeking to prohibit and abolish discrimination between first degrees and higher national diplomas for the purpose of employment and promotions in Nigeria in 2021. And in the meantime, Nigeria officially confirms it will start receiving the second consignment of COVID-19 vaccine from the COVAX facility from July 2021, just as discussions to assess surplus vaccines stocked by developed countries continue. These were the information newsmen gathered during the now weekly COVID-19 vaccination briefing by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency in Abuja. Uche Ugochukwu reports.
3.7% proportion of the targeted eligible Nigerian population who had had their first dose of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine have received their second dose as at 31st May. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency said it has made provision for those who might have changed location after their first dose to be able to receive their second dose in their new location.
While we are pushing for equity, justice and fair play in the global allocation of COVID-19 vaccines, the Federal Ministry of Health is working with critical stakeholders to fast-track the establishment of local vaccine production plants in Nigeria.
I would like to request all those who have received the first dose of vaccine to please go to the nearest health facility to get their second dose of vaccine. Because if you don't take the second dose of vaccine, you are not fully protected.
WHO has challenged all of us, all the member states, to ensure that by September we vaccinate at least 10% of our population, of our target.
Aware of the life-saving importance of vaccines, the federal government is determined to overcome the supply challenges the world faces and ensure COVID-19 vaccines are freely accessible to all eligible Nigerians. Uche Ugochukwu, NTA News.
And away from health-related, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, says meeting with the federal government and the health sector's union on upward review of hazard allowance is progressing as government gives a fresh offer in a summed amount. Kenneth Nani reports that the amount offered by the government was not disclosed by the Labour Minister as discussions to amicably resolve other pending issues on the matter are yet to be concluded. And moving on to Ogun State, in line with the federal government vision 2030 to wipe out rabies in Nigeria, Ogun State government has flagged off Kick Out Rabies Sensitization Campaign. Anthony Gandon has details of the mass anti-rabies vaccination campaign in Abeokuta.
Rabies is a deadly virus spread to people from the saliva of affected animals, especially dogs, and usually transmitted through a bite. To kick the virus out of Ogun State, the State Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, embarked on anti-rabies awareness campaign in Abeokuta. Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Adeokuta, said vaccination of dogs is to protect citizens of the state from preventable death, among other objectives.
Dogs are very essential to our agenda on food security, on health, on security itself. It's not only tilling the ground or harvesting crops that we do in agriculture. So we're also in charge of hygiene, meat hygiene, human hygiene.
Professor Morenike Dikpeolu from the Federal University of Agriculture Veterinary Department and the Chief Veterinary Officer, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development in Ogun State, who was represented, identified collaboration among various levels of government and regular vaccination of pets as the best way to reduce death resulting from dog bites.
Why it's very important is that if it comes, it doesn't have a treatment. So it's all about prevention. And what we're doing today is to tell the community, the local governments, the people of Ogun State that prevention is better than cure.
The national policy is to end rabies by the year 2030. And so to support this, the federal government, through the Department of Veterinary Services, always provides the necessary anti-rabies vaccine for the states to carry out the anti-rabies campaign.
Ogun State receive support from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, Federal Department of Veterinary and Pest Control Services, through support from the International Organization of Epizootic, otherwise known as World Animal Health Organization.
Dog Owners and Hunters Association in the state commended government for taking this initiative.
The vaccination is highly welcomed by the hunters too, because everyone is being exposed to the danger of dog bites, and we don't even know which dog is infected. But if this program goes on, even to the villages, it will help to save life. So I really appreciate it.
High point of the campaign was the symbolic vaccination of dogs and presentation of certificates to the owners of dogs vaccinated. In Abeokuta, Anthony Gandon, NTA News.
And from Abeokuta, we'll move on to Oyo State, where the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, has slashed tuition for students of Ladoke Akintola University by 25%. Governor Makinde made this known while speaking at a town hall meeting at the Seun Ogumola Hall in Ogbomoso. Lukman Hassan has a detail.
At the town hall meeting, various speakers urged Governor Seyi Makinde to focus on infrastructural development and security in Oyo State. The governor, while answering questions from the residents of Ogbomoso, pledged to continue to embark on projects that would touch the lives of the citizenry and strengthen security.
Target is every ward to have a functional and fully staffed primary health care center.
Earlier, Governor Seyi Makinde commissioned High Dependency Unit at the Ladoke Akintola University Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso. The High Dependency Unit commissioned, which is for life-threatening diseases, will go a long way in reducing mortality rate in Oyo State.
The High Dependency Unit here is meant for very, very sick people and those that need specialized attention.
When we have some cases that will have complications, so when the diseases are complicated and it is severe, we take care of them in this center.
Some contract staff of the Ladoke Akintola University Teaching Hospital appealed to the Oyo State government to absorb them into the state workforce. Lukman Hassan, NTA News.
And you're still on to Channel 12 News. More news after the break. Please stay with us.
Imagine the joy that fills your heart when you have just given birth. Whatever your size, we got you.
What of the grandmother?
Mama, let me the baby.
With our Buy Right chat, you can get the best mattress that goes with your body weight. Don't just buy a mattress, buy a Vitafoam mattress.
The name of the baby is Stella.
Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned. The All Progressive Congress Legacy Awareness Campaign Group said more road and rail infrastructure have been built and completed since 2015 than in the 16 years between 1990 and 2015. A group in a statement jointly signed by its national coordinators, Ismail Ahmed, APC caretaker youth leader, and Salihu Mohammed Lukman, Director General APC Governors Forum, highlighted several landmark infrastructure initiatives being implemented by the Buhari administration to include the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund, the Infrastructure Company, Highway Development Maintenance Initiative, Sovereign Sukuk bonds, and Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme. The group acknowledged that all of these are unprecedented efforts in developing and upgrading national infrastructure by the Buhari administration, which is committed to completing abandoned and unfinished projects inherited from the previous administrations. The APC Legacy Group also noted that achieving improved security through landmark initiatives like the Anchor Borers Program and the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative, millions of farmers across the country have benefited from improved access to land inputs, credit, and fertilizers, an initiative that is boosting private sector players and increasing investment with more than $1 billion in cultivation, milling, and processing. Troops of Section 3 Operation Hadarin Daji has reinstated security in Kabasa village of Magami local government area of Zamfara state after reported attacks on the locals by armed bandits. The operation successfully neutralized scores of bandits while others escaped into the forest with bullet wounds. One soldier, however, paid the supreme price, while 3 others sustained various degrees of injuries and are currently receiving medical attention. Similar operations were carried out in Gidan Guga village of Maradun local government area, where 3 bandits were killed while many fled with gunshot wounds. In another development, 2 women kidnapped victims out of the 20 in captivity at Guyalo village in Gwari local government area were rescued, with troops dominating affected areas. In order to further bring sanity and prevent the escalation of lawlessness in Zamfara state, Governor Bello Muhammad has signed and approved an order of declaration of proclamation on the entire land of the state. This emanates from the order of shoot on sight by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on anybody found wielding guns unlawfully. A statement issued by the Special Advisor, Zamfara State Directorate for Public Enlightenment, Media and Communication, Zailani Baf, says the governor makes the following proclamations. 1. The whole area of Zamfara State is declared to be a proclaimed district. 2. All firearms in illegal possession of all persons in Zamfara State are to be handed over to the nearest police station within 7 days of the proclamation. 3. All officers and soldiers of the Armed Forces, Department of State Security Service, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps are hereby conferred with powers of arrest of police officers, the governor directed. The statement further calls on all citizens in the state to abide by the law and make Zamfara State safer and freer from the mounting acts of the lawlessness compounded by lingering problem of banditry. And moving on to Cross River State, where Governor Ben Ayade of Cross River State is suing for emphasis on residency rather than indigenship in the country to enable Nigerians to contest for elective public offices irrespective of a person's state of origin. The governor stated this during a solidarity visit by the Ohaneze Ndigbo Cross River State chapter in Calabar. Abel Paul reports.
The giant strides attained by Governor Ben Ayade in the area of industrialization in Cross River State are endearing many to his personality. And with several Igbo sons and daughters given appointment in the Ayade administration, the Igbos residing in Cross River State say the governor has created the enabling environment for the over 800,000 Igbos and 45 billion naira investment in the state to thrive.
We assure you, Your Excellency, that Igbos will continue to be very loyal to our host communities. We will continue to promote peace. We want to assure you, where you are going to, the Igbos will follow you. Yeah.
Governor Ayade, who spoke on his governance structure and philosophy to make it a business enterprise, independent of federal allocations, commended the Igbos for contributing to the state's economy.
We don't see you as Igbos. We see you as Nigerians. We don't see you as Igbos. We see you as Cross-Riverians. I am completely against our structure where you say because you are not Cross-Riverian, you cannot run an election in Cross-River, even if you were brought up in age here and your own children born here. That has to change.
A song produced by one of the Igbos was presented to the governor as a thank you for his support to them. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
And on sports updates, the just concluded English Premier League season produced lots of interesting moments and events which will continue to bring up talking points. With the memories of the unique season still fresh, Bade Adeleye will be taking a look back at the season, which was competitive until the very end.
Right from the first kick of the ball in the 2020-2021 season of the Premier League, it was obvious that it was going to be a weird season, with the coronavirus pandemic keeping the fans away until the penultimate week. The inconsistency of the video assistant referees made it even weirder. All 20 teams competed with different objectives. The title chase, which was very open in the beginning, became a battle between the two Manchester clubs, City and United, at the turn of the year, with the citizens eventually claiming the league title after an impressive campaign. Manchester United finished second, but the race for the top four behind them was very interesting. Liverpool, despite looking destined for Europa League, gate-crashed the top four to finish third. Chelsea were fourth, while Leicester City, who were third for a larger chunk of the season, dropped to fifth. West Ham United, Aston Villa and returning Leeds United put up impressive performances, with West Ham finishing sixth, while Tottenham beat Arsenal to the seventh spot, returning Fulham and West Brom alongside the 2020 surprise team. Sheffield United got relegated. Harry Kane finished as the league's top scorer and assister, with Bruno Fernandes and Ilkay Gundogan also outstanding. But the performances of newcomers like Manchester City defender Ruben Dias and Manchester United striker Edinson Cavani were eye-catching. Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa and Jesse Lingard, who was on loan at West Ham, also made the list.
Nobody was looking at him at Manchester United. He leaves for a loan spell at West Ham United and was smashing everybody else, dragging the team by the scruff of the neck and leading them to Europe. So, I'm very excited for the young man. Then, of course, you had a Joe Willock, who was not even playing at Arsenal, going to Newcastle United also, to be dropping goals every week.
It was a great season for followers of the league in Nigeria, as quite a number of Nigerian stars like Kelechi Iheanacho and Wilfred Ndidi of Leicester City, Shemi Ajayi of West Brom, 5 more players at Fulham, and many more were always flying the Nigerian flag. Managerial changes also defined the season, with Thomas Tuchel replacing Frank Lampard at Chelsea. Sam Allardyce was chosen after West Brom sacked Slaven Bilic, while Tottenham's Jose Mourinho and Sheffield United's Chris Wilder also lost their jobs. The biggest one that almost marred the season was the failed European breakaway, the Super League, which saw the Big Six in the league fully involved as founder members.
I didn't think it was going to fly with the way teams were pulling out and the fact that UEFA was going to stand against it. When it comes to clubs and businesses, they should think about the players as well, not just themselves.
The 2020-2021 season of the Premier League is gone. However, the bottom line will always be, it was a very strange season. In Abuja, Bade Adeleye, Nta News.
And sport updates does it for us on Channel 12 News. My name is Idarisit Adedoku.